My name is Jayson Howard Moore. I'm chairman of the Federation Campaign. I'm here to discuss a matter that I discussed in front of this same board the last time I was here, and that's as to these two counterfeit search warrants with false case numbers.
Okay. Sir, let me stop you real quick. So you did file a complaint, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to discuss that in a second, sir. Are you going to let me speak?
But I just want to ask a question. You did file a complaint.
Yes, I did. I'm going to get to that.
Have you followed up with the?
Sir, are you going to let me speak and get my details on the record, sir?
No, I'm going to let you speak. I'm just asking a question. Did you follow up on your?
That's what I'm going to discuss today. Yes, I did. I've been dealing with the district attorney's office for the last 2 days at the Frank Crowley courts, and I've also been in contact with the Dallas Police Department directly and the Irving Police Department these last 2 days. That's why I'm dressed the way I'm dressed right now, because I just came back from the court speaking with Public Integrity Unit Chief Prosecutor.
And I apologize for interrupting.
Now I move forward, please. May I speak?
Yes, sir. I apologize for interrupting.
Okay. Now, as I was saying, last time I was here, I brought these two counterfeit warrants signed by Dallas County District Judge Stephanie Mitchell Huff of the 291st District Court with false case number 252-541-2015, which have been proven to be false case numbers. These two search warrants were maliciously manufactured by Detective Jabari Howard of the Dallas Police Department, batch number 8427. They unlawfully arrested me. They did a whole bunch of things that I'm not going to go into right now, but the issue is I came here, I asked this board to do something about it. I filed a complaint that day. I spoke with someone, Tatiana, I believe her name was, or something close to that. I haven't heard a word back. But what I did receive is an email stating that my complaint will be forwarded to the same Internal Affairs division in the Dallas Police Department that's been denying me justice for the last 4 years. These are third-degree felonies by the Texas Penal Code. They were manufactured to defraud and to harm me. They are false governmental records, and they are search warrants, which means under the Texas Penal Code, these are third-degree felonies, and I demand that these people be investigated and prosecuted. I can't get help from the complaint that I filed at this very board. I've asked you guys to do something about it. I have plain evidence, a mountain of evidence of government corruption and law enforcement corruption, plain evidence, and everyone, including the media, keeps looking the other way. So I know no one gives a damn about somebody from South Dallas, even though I left South Dallas and moved to Las Colinas and changed my life. I know nobody cares about that. I know that District 7 nobody cares about. I get that. But we cannot have these public officials, these law enforcement officers, making counterfeit warrants. Because if they made one, if they made two, who's to say there's not a third, a fourth, and a fifth? So at this point, since I know that this council is just set up for the public as a dog and pony show, which is my opinion, I want to know, who do I complain to get something done about a corrupt police officer that's out there right now that can easily do this again with the same corrupt judge that's sitting over there at the Frank Crowley court? What are we going to do about it? That's what I want to know. What's happened with the complaint? Why is it being forwarded to the Internal Affairs as opposed to being handled by this board? Because we all know that the Internal Affairs, we know how they operate. Well, I know how they operate personally, and that's to conceal and to cover up. They don't have the public's interest at heart. And I hope this board knows that I'm not playing. You better get used to my face, because I hope you can see that I'm not somebody that's just going to come and make one complaint.
Okay, sir, I hate to interrupt. Your time is up.
Can I just get an answer to my question? What are we going to do about this?
We'll get Tatiana.
What are we going to do about this, board members?
Do we have any updates on where the status is of this investigation? Okay. So if it's going to IA, then that investigation is going to be on hold until we get a monitor hired so that the monitor can observe that investigation. So it may be some time before we get a monitor so that that investigation will be monitored.
Get used to my face. Every last one of y'all, get used to my face. I'm not going anywhere. Every last one of them going to be brought to justice. And I mean that. Brother.
Thank you, sir.